Hello everyone, and welcome to round 2 of the OTB Open presented by Innova Discs. My name's Madison Walker.
And I'm Erika Stinchcomb, and we are the two hot keys.
We're out here at Swenson Park. It's our first year playing at this park with this awesome Leonard Muse design. We have a really awesome ladies layout we told you a little bit about yesterday. We'll talk about it a little bit more today. Here on the lead card, we have Jessica Weese shooting -5 yesterday, hot round of the day. Paige Pierce on her tails, and Lisa and Catrina just one stroke back, tied for third.
Some familiar names, and Lisa joining, I'm sure feeling confident after her win at the challenge at Goat Hill last weekend. That was a DGPT Silver Series, so it should be fun to see her compete with the best in the game.
Yeah, that was her second Silver Series win too, so you never know what to expect from Lisa on these big open bomber courses. Hole 1, it's a par 5. There's a green on the left-hand side that could come into play if you throw really far. There's an Anheuser or a Heiser route, and then basically you're just trying to get up to the basket. It's a soft par 5. It's the same tee pad as the men, so they give us an extra par stroke anytime that happens on this course.
It's pinched off enough at the end that, you know, you can mess up your last shot and get the par, you know, and it doesn't feel great, but it's like, whatever, just starting off. But yeah, everyone's looking to get an easy bird here.
Jessica doesn't quite turn it over enough, taking that Anheuser route. She gets tangled up on the last tree on the left, but she'll still be able to even get a 4 from it.
Yeah. Paige probably choosing between a Zeus and a different colored Zeus. She went pink.
Yeah, she opts for the Heiser route, trying to cut off as much or bite off as much as she can off the tee, and she gets way down there.
Yeah, she's pushing that green.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize.
Which is a bummer. I mean, that's a crush, and she'll still be able to save par, or who knows, throw a miraculous shot to get up for birdie. But yeah, she's probably just playing for par. And this looks like a halo turn from Lisa, also taking that Heiser route. Conditions were a little bit better today, at least to start. It was much calmer. You can see the flags are like relatively still. It'll pick up a little bit later, but I would say overall it didn't quite get as bad as yesterday. So looking to see some hot scores out here.
Yeah, definitely. I think we'll see 2 or 3 strokes better than today.
That was a good throw from Lisa.
Catrina lining up the Anheuser route. I like it because it kind of allows you to get a lot more distance where I feel like the green's not as much into play if you can get that disc to finish right.
Yeah, but I mean, you could accidentally not turn it over enough and end up too far to the left. Which might have happened to Madison.
I feel like there's a lot of room over there, and you can still get up and down. Not from experience.
Yeah, you're right. The green is definitely not nearly in play. Like, Kat's in a really good spot up there. Jessica going roller.
I love this play.
I think this might be a champion churn.
She flashes a goose. Doesn't quite get it to flip up, but she'll be able to get up and down for a 4, no problem.
And that looks like the same disc that Lisa threw off the tee. Turned it a little bit too much, it seems like. Oh no, it's working back. And
it's a whole lot of distance.
Wow, that was gorgeous.
There's an out-of-bounds sidewalk deep of the pin that runs down the right-hand side of the fairway, but it doesn't quite come into play until the 3rd shot for most players, but who knows? We got some big arms on this on this card.
Catrina's going roller with a 400 F7. Had a lot of cut on it, but wow, that must be a pretty understable disc because it still gets pretty far down there. And it's still going.
Can't quite tell. It looked like maybe she's right outside circle 2.
Something like that. It'll be an easy 4.
Paige really getting the full flight out of this disc on her approach, and what a great shot into circle 1. Low ceiling, full flight, pushes straight and just barely off the ground all the way to the pin.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Leaves a little meat on the bone just outside the circle.
She did throw a a hog, so.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
It's only hole one. We got to take it easy. Catrina with a no-nonsense birdie on hole one, making it look easy.
Lisa, same thing, just pitches right up there, easy birdie. Jessica having to work pretty hard for her birdie here. She's about, well, never mind. She doesn't have to work hard at all.
Yeah, maybe just going for the layup.
Yeah, with an elevated basket, I know the out of bounds isn't that close, but it can get in your head. It's fine to take a par in this hole.
Yeah, if Paige does what she did yesterday, we're going to see a lot of made putts from her, especially some long putts. I can't wait to watch.
And so now we have a tie at the top already, hole one. Just kidding?
No. Maybe a little hole one jitters. Elevated basket on hole one is just cruel. Welcome to the Pro Tour.
Great birdie from Lisa. Nice and easy. Just struggling a little bit. Drops to 4 down.
Lots of birdies on the day. 36% of the field with birdies. So.
Oh, wow.
Great women's hole to start off with, and we move on to hole two.
Yeah, it's a par 3, 344 feet. I think most women are going to take a huge anhyzer and try to avoid the green on the left and get around this big tree and try to get a putt. There is a hyzer route. We saw Lisa take it yesterday. It's a little tricky, but I don't know. I think you can find a lot more trouble with the anhyzer as far as out of bounds goes. There is water deep as well that some of these big arms can definitely find.
Paige puts a little too much on it. She definitely wanted it to flex a little more. Yesterday, she got close to finding water, so maybe she was a little worried about it flexing out into the drink. I mean, she was literally 2 feet away in round one.
Yeah, she had more angle on it today.
Lisa opting for the hyzer route again. You really have to push the ceiling to get down there. You can see she's just barely tickling the underside of these trees to get the full distance.
That's the real problem, is you have to flex it around that tree, and then you can get into circle one really easily. But that tree has I take that route too. It's gotten me every day. It's a pretty touchy shot. But I don't like to mess with that green on the left.
Yeah, you really have to make sure you flip your disc or have a disc that you trust. Catrina throwing a really perfect angle, but it may not get the flex she needs to get back to the...
It's stable. It's a 400 H3 V2. So that was...
perfect.
Yeah, just a great line. I think this is a Champ Thunderbird, maybe. Or definitely a Shrike, actually. Whatever it is, it was pretty good.
Yeah, catches that last tree on the left, but she'll be in circle two land. Paige lining up kind of a death putt uphill. Probably not going to do a super strong bid.
Paige isn't big on half runs, though, I feel like, either.
She's not, but man, that is a kind of a scary putt.
I think I've heard her say, like, what even is that? A half run, you know? Like, you do it or you don't do it. There is no try.
Lisa going for a nice little hyzer drop in. Catches some metal. Just with the straddle towards the water.
Yeah, scary putt, but
wow,
dang.
Nice jumper.
She makes up for that error on hole one, and she's right back where she started. Let's see it one more time.
GK replay.
Beautiful.
Center of the chain.
Dead center.
It's nice to kind of knock off the putting rust from hole one.
Mm-hmm.
Get right back into the round. Catrina for her birdie. Oh, no.
Whoops.
A skill all of its own.
She's playing a whole nother game. Marks it correctly. And she'll have to settle for the par.
Only 3 birdies on the day here. Jessica Weese, we got to watch. Juliana Korver, awesome to see her back out here getting birdies. And I got one too. I was very excited.
Ooh.
Feels like a bonus birdie.
Yeah, it's definitely not
Not
a gimme or a soft par. Like, this takes everything you got.
Moving on to hole 3, it's a 619-foot par 4. I love this hole. You have a water carry at first that you want to finish over near this green or maybe a little bit left of it to open up your shot to this basket. All of this concrete is out of bounds except for the little donut sidewalk, and there is a green to the left that is out of bounds and out of bounds deep on that fence. Super technical hole. It's all about placement shots here. Like I said, you want to get deep off the tee, but you don't want to push the sidewalk deep too much.
Yeah, most women are going to be doing kind of what Jess did, but you want to land a little more to the right, or like a straighter shot rather. Paige went over the green yesterday. I'm sure we'll see her try to do that again. It makes for a really easy up shot. There was a bit of a headwind on this hole.
I believe this played as one of the couple of hardest holes on the course yesterday.
Yeah, it was like third or something.
It's the 4th most difficult today, so it looks like the FPO field dialed it in a little bit more, figured out their play. Paige gets over the green, but she is a lot more right than you want to be. It's going to maybe pinch off that second shot. We'll see a little bit better when we get to her lie. Lisa with a really nice looking shot. Heading towards the green, fading out, no problem.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah, I think she'll be able to see the basket from there straight.
At least like half of it. Looks like a D2 from Cat. Probably going over the green is... Nope, never mind. She's just playing safe.
Yep. Maybe she found some trouble on this hole yesterday.
Ooh, uh-oh.
Oh, no.
That's my least favorite thing in disc golf. Like, oh, I'm going to play it safe. Still out of bounds. Should have gone for it.
Why not play aggressive?
God, might as well.
Just lining up the sidearm. She's way down there, so she has a look at the basket.
Yeah, 310 feet.
She's going full forehand power.
Oh, yeah.
Inside the circle.
That was
Beautiful.
astounding.
That was astounding. It's uphill, too, so it definitely plays longer than 310 feet. That was a crush.
Lisa looking to match. She turns hers a little bit too much. There is OB over there, but this like strange roped off area is more just for spectators. That's not actually out of bounds.
What he says. I mean,
Catrina playing from her out of bounds tee shot.
Footing looks a little awkward.
And that's kind of a weird angle, too, with that tree. But look at that flip up. Hopefully it checks up before the green.
Yeah, there's that green right there.
Oh,
Ooh.
Looks like she's safe.
She'll have a scary death putt, though, to save her par.
Wow. Talk about metering your landing angle. So Paige, like I said, was very pinched off. Oh, no. Finds out of bounds short.
Dang, that sucks for such a long drive.
Dude, I feel like she could almost reach that on her drive. Oh, no. Still pinched off.
This one is a much better sidearm. And...
Oh, my goodness.
Parks it.
She's parked.
Yeah, it was a good recovery. It's always nerve-wracking when you throw OB short and you have to throw pretty much the same shot.
Bushnell Range FInder has it at 210 feet. No problem. Gets up and down even with a little bit of a death roll away behind towards out of bounds.
Catrina to save her par. Do it.
Ooh.
Still a little high. Good effort from where she was.
Yeah, what an excellent second shot.
I mean, even this is a scary putt. That's a pretty big hill behind it.
There she goes. Back-to-back birdies from Jessica Weese. She's the only 3 on the day.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The
still
only birdie.
still playing as one of the hardest, it seems like.
Yep. Not as many bogeys as yesterday from the FPO field.
Wow, we've seen 2 leader changes in 3 holes. Should be an exciting day.
It's going to be a roller coaster. And a tap in par from Lisa. 4 feels good on this hole. And we move on to a crusher hole.
Yep. Our second par 5, 862 feet. Low ceiling pretty much the whole way. If you can get past this big tree on the left and get in this open area, you have a pretty good wide open shot. The right side is all out of bounds. Everyone's looking to four it. We can all get there. The drive is probably the hardest part of the hole.
Yeah, it's the tee pad's almost a little bit elevated compared to the rest of the fairway. So you're up, closer to the low-hanging tree branches, and you almost have to throw nose down while trying to get distance. It's a weird feeling, a little bit of an optical illusion.
Yeah, anywhere by that huge tree down there is like an excellent shot. And this looks pretty good. Oh yeah, it's great. Thought it might be too high for a second.
Lands just short of the tree where I think you'll see a lot of people landing. There is a Mando over on the left-hand side. You can see a little sign by a tree. But it doesn't really come into play unless you super yank one.
No one will ever miss the Mando.
Yeah. Oh, God. It's mostly just to keep people from going out wide to the left side and just dropping a bomb on that wide open fairway.
Yeah, just keeping the trees in play.
Yeah, the designer's intention was to force you along that out of bounds river on the right hand side and in the low hanging branches. Paige getting all of it. Yeah, looks like it's gonna get some ground play too. It's super slidey.
Oh my gosh, this is so far.
So far. 430.
Oh my god. Thrown like low.
On a rope.
Jeez.
The whole way.
I've been looking at apartments in Crushtown, trying to just see what's in my price range.
Maybe get some advice from Paige. She's been there for a while.
She's longtime resident.
Catrina catching that tree and getting a nice little bounce on the other side of it. She'll have an open shot for her second drive.
I think she'll have some difficult footing though. There's a ton of like gopher holes and
roots.
Just a lot happening on the ground here.
Lisa getting the full flight. She's been crushing lately as well. I feel like her distance has definitely increased over the last year.
Well, I mean, Goat Hill is like a huge distance course, so the fact that she won that one, I think, speaks to how well she's thrown the disc right now.
Just kind of pinched off on that tree. She still manages to get some distance on it, but she'll be tangled up on the left-hand side. A lot more trees to contend with on her approach to the green.
Yeah, Catrina looks like she does have a little bit of a root in the way, but she does great with that footwork. She does turn it over, and it looks like it's headed right towards OB. Ooh. Wow, we saw that yesterday, too. Actually, Conan did that on my court as well.
There's some good plinko trees over there.
I've seen some very friendly kicks.
Backboard.
Yeah, she gets away with one there, but now she'll have a nice wide open shot.
Paige lining up her second shot. I think she can reach the green from here.
She definitely can. And that looks gorgeous. It just needs to kind of skip over.
It's perfect.
Oh my God.
Outside the circle, but man, she's got a putt, and we know she can make it.
I hope she does.
Eagle putt. No big deal.
On an 862 foot hole. She's probably thrown 820 feet already.
Lisa playing it out a little too wide. She'll be in circle 2 land with a little bit of a downhill putt. But no problem that's her 4th shot.
Yeah, but you want a birdie here.
Yeah, I know. We all want birdies. Catrina with her 3rd shot.
Yeah, it was a PA1.
On the green. Maybe with a tree to contend with. She's very comfy with the straddle putt. Just taking the trees out of play, going wide right side, hoping to get some skip action on her forehand.
Yeah,
Success.
she's real close. All right.
Uh-oh.
Do it.
Eagle putt.
Yes. Cool.
Yes. Not going to be a lot of eagles on this course.
No. Wow.
Right in the heart. Unbelievable. Love to see that. Man, 862 feet.
I know.
My mind is blown.
I know.
Lisa opts for the knee because it is a little bit downhill. Trying to get more on level with the basket. Doesn't quite get the power she wants on it.
Yeah, a little early release, it seems like. Or just didn't get the full snap anyway. All right.
Nice
Catrina
birdie.
finding the basket this time for a
Yep.
great birdie.
Back on track. Six birdies on the day. We get to watch 2 of them on this lead card.
I'm surprised it's not more than 6, honestly.
Yeah, I am too. Surprising amount of bogey or worse. 36% of the field is bogey or worse.
I mean, if you go OB, I guess.
Yeah, and
You're not going to come back from that.
and if you turf one, I mean, it's pretty much a death sentence. You're going to have to like work pretty hard to get up and down.
Yeah. Well, really good showing from our card.
Moving on to hole 5, it's a par 3. After that par 5 bomber, this is a nice one. It's definitely reachable by everyone on the card, but it's a very technical shot. There's lots of trees to contend with. There's multiple fairways, multiple routes you can go. We'll see Paige line up this Anheuser. That's what she did on day 1.
I think that's probably the most common. It's what I've seen the most. Yeah, it's a little too turned.
Yeah, it gets a little grip lock too. Wow.
Now it's perfect.
Yeah,
That was beautiful.
That was not the line that she wanted, but it worked out.
I don't know. I mean, it seemed like that disc had quite a bit of stability. That's, I mean, that's how I've been able to get there and how I've seen other people get there is to cut in before that first large tree. If you try to push wider, you have to get kind of lucky through these trees, kind of like this. Like, I think it needs to be a little bit like too turned out of your hand. This looks more like a hyzer angle or
It
a.
does. Maybe she's just going
Oh,
up the
yeah.
right side. Oh,
I haven't seen this yet,
me neither.
but
Wow.
maybe more of us should do it. That was excellent. Wow, I didn't even think to do that.
That was just, I'm checking that out today.
It looks like there's nothing, but I mean, she made it look easy. I think it's not easy.
There's no way.
Lisa getting caught up. That looked like a really good angle.
Yeah, that was perfect. Touches a tiny little limb, knocks her straight down into circle 2. Jess forced to go with a kind of a funky sidearm approach, but she skips it up, no problem under the basket.
I think that's her hog that she throws sidearm putter approaches with. Which I'm not super familiar with, but I'm assuming it's just an overstable putter.
Lisa definitely one of the ladies in the field with the highest circle 2 putting percentage. She could drop one in at any moment.
Not this moment, unfortunately. She'll have to settle for the par.
Getting a little wind action on the screen all of a sudden. Flag's got some movement. Paige lines up her birdie putt.
This is a good birdie to get. It's another one, of course, like the first 6 holes, you want to get them all, or at least, you know, like half of them. But this one's definitely one of the more technical ones.
Catrina for birdie. Is that 3 in a row now?
Yeah. Wait, no, 2. It's 2.
Back to back.
Math.
Only 25% of the field with birdies. Better than yesterday from the FPO field. Everyone's figuring out their lines and committing to them. Still not quite as high as I would expect.
I don't know. It's hard.
It is hard. Also, this green is very sandy. You don't get a lot of skip action
Yeah,
when you
that's
get
true.
near it.
All right. Hole 6 is a par 3, 292 feet. one of the shortest holes on the course. You do have to choose a gap. Everyone probably is going to try to go right side of this skinny middle tree with a mid or maybe a fairway driver. It's pretty easy to find a tree and kick early and have to settle for the par or throw too high like that. You got to throw really a low line drive. Paige is getting away with one there.
Oh my gosh.
she threw too high.
These trees are very grabby, and it just looked like there was nothing there.
Maybe she just throws so hard, you know, it just buzzes through the leaves.
Catrina lining up a similar line. Oh, actually, maybe she picks the left-hand side. Who knows? They both work.
They do. This one just usually leaves you a longer putt. So more people are often going to choose the right-hand side, but I think the left-hand side's a little easier to hit.
No surprises here. Just lining up the sidearm route. It does make the hole a little bit longer because you have to go out and around these trees. But she's got the distance, and she definitely knows how to get the angle with the big skip.
This is her Vulcan, and that was so cool.
Oh my gosh, that was great.
Did I hear metal?
Definitely.
Yeah, if you have it, I think that's the route. It's more open.
Oh yeah, there's a lot less to contend with, and she made that look so easy. I feel like it's kind of a crush.
It is. Lisa, a little too high, a little too middle. Oh my god, that tree
Feeling forgiving today.
is just 90% air. And
Still-
Lisa finding a lot of these circle 2 putts. Let's see if she can get one. And sit. She'll have a tester for her par now.
Again, about 25% of the field with the birdie. A little lower than I'd expect. Oh no.
Catrina, a little high again.
Hey, she's committing.
Yeah.
Paige for her birdie. She
Yeah.
needs to go hug a tree.
Yeah. Capitalizing on a good break like that is an important part of the game, I think.
Yeah, I think it's what makes the best too. Just like shaking it off and saying, well, time to do with it what I should.
Is that what they say?
Yep.
Okay.
Nice par from Lisa. Jess with a very impressive birdie. I love watching her shot selection.
Yeah, she definitely has a bigger variety than
Than
most people.
yeah, most human disc golfers.
Yeah.
And moving right back into a par 4. Hole 7 is one of the most technical holes on the course. 2 Mandos on the right side to keep you out of that wide open fairway, forcing you into the trees. It's 578 feet to the pin, but it just feels so
like
much longer.
900.
Yeah, it feels, there's just not any really wide open shot. You have to carve angles and like really monitor your placement in order to make sure your next shot is open enough to be able to try to get to the green. But
This first shot isn't too bad, but the landing zone is maybe 10 feet where you have an incredibly technical window. And Paige is pretty much, I mean, she's far enough left where she'll have a window, actually.
Yeah.
Most people are going to land like 20, 30 feet shorter than that in a dirt patch trying to have the line to the basket.
yeah, she gets over 300 feet off the tee, which is hard to do here.
Ooh, left side of the tree. That's that same Vulcan it looks like that she threw last hole.
It's a lot of ground play.
And she's going to be, one, dealing with that tree, but also too far to the right. Like, she's just going to be looking at a wall of trees. I saw Missy Gannon make it through that wall of trees, and it was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Like, it looks like there's nothing over there. Cat going a little bit tighter. And, again, trees are just air with leaves on them.
Finding almost the exact same spot as Jess, even with a completely different line. Let's see what both of them do. I'm excited.
I think Catrina will have better footing.
Lisa also opting for a little bit more. Oh, she was lined up. I thought she was going wide, but she takes the middle gap. I really like her landing zone.
It looks like she took some speed off, but I think that's that exact dirt patch. Yeah, where she'll have to throw an Anheuser to get there.
With out of bounds all the way down the left-hand side that pinches towards the basket. But
But wow,
It almost seems like she's just playing this for 4. She's not even trying to do anything super aggressive.
I mean, I think she got into circle 2.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those ones where it's like, I'm going to play this really specifically, and if I happen to get a putt, that's cool. But I'm not going to push it. Not like Kat's pushing it right now.
Oh my God, if that had just got a little more action.
I mean, she's got a wide open look just outside the circle, though. Actually, she's got a pretty good window here on the hyzer route. Yeah. I think she took it wider than she wanted, but it'll be an easy par at the very least. And Paige with something. She's splitting the gap.
Tell.
Going around. Splits the gap.
Yeah. Pushes it far enough.
Wow.
Oh my.
What the heck?
Oh my God.
All right, I guess all the routes are on the right side. I'm going to land there today.
So good.
It was really good, yeah. Just having to deal with this guarded green. Throws a floaty little sidearm. It's a good effort.
Nice little touchy approach. Lisa has a gap.
Mm-hmm.
That is rare. The left side of this green is so treacherous. You can see how tight that OB pinches around the green. It is inside the circle on the back side, making the putts a little bit scarier. Trina's still putting super aggressive, which is great to see. Catches the top of the basket again. If she can get these to drop.
Yeah, she's right there. She knows it too. Look at the hunger. Oh, no.
No.
Or Doggy.
Hate to see that. Lisa to save her par. No prob.
Yeah, Lisa looks a little disappointed.
Yeah. Only 5 birdies on the day from the FPO field, 15% of the field.
I don't think anybody got it yesterday.
Nope.
I watched 2.
Today?
Yeah.
Figuring out the lines, figuring out the landing zones.
On to another par 4. Hole 8 is 459 feet. Definitely one of those tweeners where we play from the men's pad. So for the men, it's a 3 and they give it to us as a 4. I mean, it's not really a reachable 3, so I'm glad that that's what they're doing. There's like a couple different options you can take. Left side will leave you with a sidearm approach like around the tree, or you can end up to the right side and have more like a low skip shot kind of a deal. Paige is going left side, but it looked like that was early out of her hand.
She said, I can deal with it.
Like she'll have a sidearm around that hillside to the pin, so it's still fine.
Yeah, there's not necessarily like a perfect right answer when you're not able to quite reach the green here. It's just all about your second shot and making sure you get it close to the basket. Jess puts it a little high and gets knocked down super early. It's going to make her second shot a lot more difficult.
This one is one where par feels bad. Like, it feels like you need to get a 3.
Yeah, I was just talking about it like a 3 is the only option.
I mean, pretty much. No. Oh, man, I thought she was going to hit that tree. And that's a decent spot. She'll probably have that sidearm or maybe a low skipper under the trees.
Wind definitely a lot more active as you get towards the middle of this fairway.
This is that F7 roller action.
Oh. I love the aggressive roller play. That's the only option that you can really get up and down from this tee pad.
Yeah, she's going for the eagle on this one. A little too turnt. Just outside circle. Oh,
Circle 2 lands.
ways outside circle 2 maybe.
Yeah. Catrina's rollers forces her against a tree with kind of a funky sidearm angle.
She's going D1 just to make sure she gets the finish on this. Ah, that looks so good too.
It's so tough over there. There's a hill and low-hanging trees, so you either have to go way out and around and rely on the skip or try to keep it low. Paige in a similar line, just a little bit closer to the basket. She executes it really well.
Yeah, that was great. I'm trying to figure out what that one was. Undertaker?
This played as the easiest hole on the course for the FPO field with 42% of the field birdieing.
Completely unsurprising.
No.
That was a great upshot from Lisa. Yeah, still having to do some work over here.
But I mean, still able to easily get a par.
I mean, not easily. But yeah.
Looks pretty easy.
All right. I don't know. I feel like anytime you're on a knee, you're like working for it.
Yeah.
Catrina trying to give it a run, but great birdie from Paige. Her putt's looking so good.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't been anywhere except the exact center.
Every single time.
Uh-huh.
Kind of surprising to not see more birdies on the lead card. But you can see how easy it is to get into trouble off the tee.
I mean, that's true on any of these holes. Like, so many of them are birdieable, but there's lots of trouble, too. They're all pretty technical.
And moving on to the final hole of the back nine, yet another par 5 and the longest par 5 on the course. You want to get over the screen or to the right of the screen to set up your second shot to somewhere around the water or the edge of the water. Even if you do make it over on your second shot, you still can't quite reach the green because of these low ceiling trees. A lot of players you'll see playing way out wide to the right to take those big trees out of play and allow them to open up a little bit more and get some more distance on their shots. We could see some birdies out here for sure. And this is a hard hole to birdie.
It's possible. But yeah, it's really hard to get over the water on your second shot. I mean, this looks beautiful though. Paige is going to be way up there.
As someone that maxes out at like 320, I never will birdie this hole. And so if we see some birdies today, you know these ladies are dropping bombs. It's actually played as the second most difficult hole.
If you threw perfect 320s the whole way though, you could get it. But you'd have to go over the water on your second shot. Yeah. And the last shot's really hard because it's low ceiling. So, like, it's possible for a regular human person to birdie it with absolute perfection. Just going sidearm, which is smart. Just trying to take that green out of play. I've seen a lot of women go, like, pretty straight on their second shot to the right side of the water. It's way more open for your third shot if you go the length of the water rather than trying to throw across the water. Beautiful D2 shot from Cat. It's fading a little bit too much to the left, but it's way down there.
There's still a gap over there. It's just a lot tighter.
She'll be a little bit pinched, is all. But there is a gap. It's actually not... I mean, she might even have like a hyzer look at it.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. And she might not be able to get us. Uh-oh.
They are all over the course.
A little drink of water?
Yeah.
Just so Nat Geo out on this course. It's so awesome.
Lisa, this is that right side play I was talking about. Just trying to... Uh-oh.
Ooh, really pushing the edge.
Yeah, but now she'll have a nice wide open shot to the basket. It's really going to be hard to get there. Maybe impossible, but...
Like Erika said, Catrina is super pinched, but she'll definitely be able to get her next shot over the water. Oh, wow, that's such a beautiful carrying hyzer shot.
Yeah, and she'll have a chance for the birdie with that. Paige, oh my god, gosh. She's so far up there.
So far up
Eagle there. Opportunity? I don't know.
She's past all the trees that make the second shot really difficult for a lot of ladies in the FPO field because they're so low ceiling.
She just has a pitch up for birdie.
Yes.
Lisa, good distance. Like, she turned it a little too much to the right. It'll leave her with, rather than, like a chip shot to the green, it'll be more of a full drive, or at least a fairway driver, I'm sure.
It's such a weird fairway, like the best route going 2 drives super straight and then literally just turning left and then throwing 2 drives
Yeah.
super left.
Right.
It feels very weird.
I know. When I looked at the tee sign, I had no idea where the basket was. Like, you're just looking around, confused.
And like right now, Catrina and Jess are like, their 2 shots are probably 200 feet apart from each other on the fairway. It's a massive fairway.
Wow. That was a 300-foot shot, maybe a little bit more. Beautifully done up there for the birdie. Paige with only 240 to go. Probably a buzz.
Just, I mean, she's on one today. No problem at all.
So impressive.
Yeah,
1,015 feet, and they're like pretty parked.
I believe if Paige can convert the birdie, will be 5 birdies and eagle in a row for her. So
I didn't even realize. I mean, I knew she was like playing well, but geez,
it's unbelievable.
Good upshot from Jessica.
There were only 2 birdies on the day.
Yeah, Cat just high all day. Ooh, that one was a little bit up there in the chains as well, but it sticks. I'm sure she's disappointed.
Yeah, she played that hole pretty perfectly, even with that kind of funky tee shot.
I mean, she could mean to land over there because the angle's pretty good to get across.
It definitely makes the hole shorter than going around the water like everyone else did.
Paige with an awesome birdie. The other birdie, I got to watch Zoe Andike. It was awesome. She landed on that left side where Kat landed, got across, got to circle 2, made a big putt for the birdie. It was super cool.
But par feels good on this hole. It really does. I'm very happy with pars. And that'll wrap up the front 9 of round 2 at the OTB Open.
And I just want to see all the pretty colors. Here we go. Some bogeys, but that sweet blue eagle on hole 5 for Paige, or hole 4, excuse me. Yeah, some hot scores out here. Paige 11 down, Jess 8, Lisa 5, Kat 4.
Paige kind of running away at this point, but so much can happen out there. The back 9 has so much trouble.
It's definitely harder.
We see Zoe moving up the leaderboard a little bit, working her way into the top 4. Missy Gannon also shooting hot out there with a 4 down for the round. For a 3 down for the round. Kona doing what she does, playing super solid, and it's so cool to see Juliana Korber up there as well. Also a hot goose.
One hot goose, huh? Honk, honk.
Honk. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us, and please come back to watch the second half of round 2 at the OTB Open. Thanks to GK Pro for the super awesome coverage and for having us on the mic. I'm Madison Walker.
And I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're 2 hot geese.
Honk.